Ladies and gentlemen, Jamaica's done it again, and the whole world is happy. I've always told you that whenever Jamaica wins, the whole world is happy because they have got good intention to the whole world. Africans, we are happy. I know the Caribbean community is happy. Europe, even in the United States of America, people are happy. Oblique Seville from Jamaica has just won gold from Tokyo World Athletics Championship. And we said it. You know, there is a time I made a video when Oblique Seville beat Noah Lyles. I also made a video when Kishen Thompson defeated Noah Lyles. And people told me, let's wait for the Tokyo, let's wait for Japan. Let's wait for World Athletic Championship. Noah Lyles is going to be the winner. And I told people, Jamaica, he is back. Kishen Thompson and Oblique Seville are not joking. You know what? We are now happy because Oblique Seville has come out with the gold. Kishen Thompson with silver. Jamaica is back. Not back to the top, but back to where they've always belonged. We all know, as far as sprinting is concerned, our team Jamaica will always prove to the world that, you know what, they were made for this. And when they say, put some respect upon my name, you can now see. I've always told you, choose your team wisely. In athletics, if you want to enjoy, if you want to feel good, I've always said choose Team Jamaica. And I said it, if you can't beat them, join them. That's why I chose Team Jamaica. Right now, we are celebrating. Congratulations to Oblique Seville for what you've done. Beating Noah Lyles was gold from the Olympic. And also Kishen Thompson with the silver. Ladies and gentlemen, Jamaica's done us proud. And I want to analyze this win of Oblique Seville and also the good performance of Kishen Thompson. So the first point, ladies and gentlemen, when you look at this massive win that has been brought by Oblique Seville, I've always told you that in Jamaica, they always look for gold. Ladies and gentlemen, even number two, because they've always been there. And I said, Jamaicans always believe that they are the best. And not that they are hyping themselves, no. But in the field of sprinting, Jamaicans are known. And I even told you that the top 15 records that have always been set worldwide, 7 times, 10 times, they were done by Jamaicans. 10 times, the 15 records, ladies and gentlemen, as far as 100 meters is concerned, 10 of them done by Jamaicans. So these are a group of people who always aim for the best. And they always say, you know what, gold is theirs. So right now, the whole world, Jamaica has won another gold. And that is Oblique Seville, 24-year-old. Ladies and gentlemen, so when it comes to gold, Jamaicans are known for that. And if you count the number of gold that they have, as far as sprinting is concerned, it is mind-boggling. So ladies and gentlemen, they are back to where they belong. They always take gold. And you can see, even silver, Kishen Thompson, that is Jamaica. Number two, ladies and gentlemen, first and second positions, all have been taken by Jamaicans. Imagine, World Championship, Tokyo, Japan. This is Asia, but Jamaica from Caribbean has not only won the gold, have not only taken the first position, but also the second position. You know, there's a song that has been done by Busy Signal, Jamaica, Jamaica. Now, the first person, Oblique Seville, that is Jamaica. The second person, Kishen Thompson, that is Jamaica. So Jamaica's name is in the first position, that is gold, and the second position, that is history, ladies and gentlemen. Though Jamaica have always done it, but it's history, for it to be done again by Jamaica. And so, ladies and gentlemen, one country, look at the size, but you know what? They are commanding the whole world. Sometimes people are like, why only Jamaica? Jamaica deserves it because they make you like, maybe you're not from that country, like I'm a non-Jamaica, but they make you feel proud because when you always support them, they always bring good results. At the moment, first position, Tokyo World Championship, Jamaica. Second position, Tokyo World Championship, Jamaica. So ladies and gentlemen, it is not easy. One country, one nation, 2 people, the first and the second position. And if you think it's easy, try it. And I've always said, and I'm going to say it again, if you can't beat them, join them. Those who have been supporting Team Jamaica are now celebrating. Number 3, ladies and gentlemen, I've always said it. Not once, not twice, but times with the numbers. That Jamaica will always surprise you. Trust me, they'll always surprise you. Now, before, I was rooting for Kishane Thompson to take the first position. And we've got people who are rooting for Kishane Thompson. Some were rooting for Oblique Seville. But now, who is number one? That's Oblique Seville. So in Jamaica, you can never point at one particular person and say this is the best. You know, Jamaica have got top talents, best of the best, ladies and gentlemen. And so even number 1 and 2 is a Jamaica. So this country will always surprise you. When you think that a particular person is going to win, another Jamaica comes out. Right now, 9.77, Oblique Seville. So Jamaica will always surprise you because of the massive and extreme talent that is in Jamaica. Like when Shaggy was interviewed, one of the most famous artists, he said that every Jamaican thinks he's a star. And you can always look at even their competition. You can't just point at one person. Right now, who is leading? Oblique Seville. So this country, you can never always say that a particular person is going to win. No, the talent there is mind-blogging. Don't be surprised. In the next competition, you might see another Jamaican. So, Jamaica will always keep you guessing. So number 4, ladies and gentlemen, can we talk about the talent in Jamaica? And right now, if you're keen, you have even seen many Africans are going to study in schools in Jamaica because they want to learn their ways, ladies and gentlemen. The massive talent in Jamaica. You know, now we're talking about Kishane and also talking about Oblique. But you know what? Look at even the championship in high school, ladies and gentlemen. The talent there is extreme. Look at the women. Talent is extreme. Look at men. Talent is extreme. And so, let us agree. When people say Jamaicans are the kings and the queens of sprint, let us give credit where it is due because the talent there is so massive. So when they are crowned the best, it is not favoritism. It is not hype in Jamaica. They are the best. The competition, the level of competition there is great because look at this. This is World Championship. It is not Jamaican Championship. But number 1 and number 2 is Jamaica. It's like Jamaica is competing against, itself because Noah Lyles, number 3. And remember, he's the one representing United States. When I say he's the one representing United States, like he's the superstar there. Noah Lyles is the star there. But now, it's number 3. Number 1 and 2 is Jamaica. So the talent there is mind-boggling. So anytime they say, you know what, Jamaicans are the best in sprinting, don't argue because facts can prove us wrong. Jamaica is the best. Number 5, ladies and gentlemen, when Oblique Seville won and, is bringing gold to Jamaica, most of the articles were saying Jamaica is back on top. We can say they're back on top. Jamaicans are back to their rightful position. They've always been there, ladies and gentlemen. So the best way to put it, Jamaicans are back to their rightful position. That is where they were meant to belong. That is what, they are meant to be. You remember even when Kishane was given silver, during the Olympic, I know Jamaicans were not satisfied. Why? Because they believe if they have silver, then they should also have gold. Because they've always been, born for the first position. And if they get second position, it's okay. But the first position, top, is always where they belong. So we cannot say they're back on top, but Jamaicans are back to their rightful position. Always the best. Number 1, as far as sprinting athletics is concerned. Number 6, ladies and gentlemen. Now, if you look at the performance of Oblique Seville, Jamaicans will always never give up. Even so, the way Oblique and Kishane, ladies and gentlemen, at the end, it's like they're competing amongst themselves. They always don't give up. Even if it's number 3 or number 2, they'll always be back. Now, there are people who even said, you know what, during Tokyo, Noah Lyles is going to beat Jamaicans. Noah Lyles is just relaxing. You can never say that to Jamaicans, ladies and gentlemen. They always don't give up. And it has been proved, and that's why even people normally say that Jamaican genes, it is in their DNA. They don't give up. They will always bounce back. And Oblique Seville, 9.77, he has proved to the world that, you know what, they are meant to be at the top. And even sometimes, the results might not be how they wanted. You remember during the Olympics, how Oblique Seville performed. Ladies and gentlemen, who knew that right now, the same person was going to be number one. You know why? They never give up. And this is something that I've been studying from Jamaica. And you look at it across all the things, in music, in culture, in all the competition, they'll always bounce back. And giving up is not in their DNA. Number 7, ladies and gentlemen, in these competitions, talent-wise, the only country that always put America in their position is Jamaica. And I told you before that if you remove Jamaica in this competition, then United States of America will always dominate. For example, number 1 was Jamaica, number 2 was Jamaica, number 3 was from United States of America. That is no alliance. It therefore means that if Jamaica was not in this competition, automatically United States of America was going to be number 1. The only country that has stopped United States as far as talent is concerned is Jamaica. Imagine, in the whole world, United States is a superpower country with all the resources. In the whole world, globally, worldwide, the only country that will always stop America and compete with the superpower is Jamaica. So when they say put some respect on our name, it is true. Bring your country to compete with no alliance. No alliance is going to beat them. But the only people that no alliance, no facing them is difficult is Jamaicans. So anytime you look at Jamaicans, we've got to congratulate them, because beating United States with all the resources is not easy. Look at the size of Jamaica, ladies and gentlemen. They always make me proud. There is a lot of inspiration that you can always derive from Jamaicans. Look at the size, ladies and gentlemen, and compare United States. But they will always tell United States, you know what? We were born for this. We've got the best genes. Bring Noah Lyles, and we're going to show you how he can be beaten. You know what? Number 1, Jamaica. Number 2, Jamaica. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to repeat. If you can't beat them, join them. Lastly, ladies and gentlemen, this is just an advice. I've always told people, choose your team wisely. If you want to enjoy, as far as sprinting is concerned, I would like to give you some idea. Choose Jamaica. Choose Jamaica. Choose your team wisely. And there's a time, I've said it before, when Seville and Kishen, they defeated Noah Lyles. People were like, let's wait for Tokyo. But we stuck with Jamaica, because looking at history, looking at the past records, Jamaicans have always told the whole world, not once, not twice, but many times, that if you support us, we are also going to make you proud. So those of us who believed in Oblique Seville, who believed in Kishen Thompson, we are now smiling, ladies and gentlemen, because at the end of the day, in competition, you feel good if the person you're supporting, comes number 1, number 2, or number 3, like the top 3. At this point, the top 2 is Jamaica. So those of us who are non-Jamaicans and have always decided to put their faith, towards the Jamaican sprinters are now celebrating. So always learn to know how to choose your team correctly. So those who chose Jamaica are now happy. And congratulations to Kishen Thompson, that is silver, and Oblique Seville. You've made us proud. And those of us who remember what happened during the Olympic, we are not against Noah Lyles, but we wanted this to happen, ladies and gentlemen. So seeing Jamaica takes gold and silver, to us, that is congratulations, Team Jamaica. And Oblique Seville, at 24 years, he's got a long way to go, ladies and gentlemen. Very young, and is making us proud. As Africans, we are always Team Jamaica, because the support they also give Africans, even the African athletes, it's so massive. So when Jamaica win, I've always told you, Africa has won. So right now, a country that is leading, Tokyo, World Championship, gold, Jamaica, silver, Jamaica. And I'm going to repeat, anytime you look at the size of Jamaica, ladies and gentlemen, and whatever they're doing in the world, you just feel proud. And if you don't receive inspiration from Jamaica, as far as the size is concerned, and the performance, and the history, and the things they're doing in this world, then I don't know what can inspire you. But if you can study Jamaica, just take it as a case study, then you can receive a lot of inspiration. So once again, congratulations, Team Jamaica, Oblique Seville, for making us proud, coming out with gold, and Kishen Thompson. These two, we were supporting them. They both beat Noah Lyles. And the fact that they have also, claimed position 1 and 2, and Lyles was number 3, it means that Jamaicans have not only beaten Noah Lyles separately, you know, but now the fact that they were all put together, they have proved it again, that they are always going to come out. So the lion is back, the king of the jungle is back, the kings and the queens of sprint are back. The kings have already done it. And we also know the Jamaican queens are also making us proud. Last again, congratulations to Team Jamaica. Ladies and gentlemen, those who are new in this channel is called African Walk, and our aim is to promote love. As I've always said about one love, that came from a song that was done by Bob Marley, One Love. And our inspirations come from Marcus Garvey. I wanted to see all the Africans within the continent and out of the continent come together, because we believe that once we come together, we're a great people and a strong people. For now, my people say goodbye, or in part of we say, Likolmo.